skinny acrylic tumblers from Amazon, the 12-pack box. I will try to like add a link or something in the comments. Always clean your surfaces. So that's the first thing I'm doing with just some plain, I think this is like 50% rubbing alcohol. Even parts I'm not working with because you never know, it might get twisted, you never know. This just allows your vinyl to stick much better. It gets rid of any dust, fingerprints, oil, whatever that could keep it from completely sticking and lifting later on down the line throughout this tumbler's life. So let that dry. So what I'm gonna use, I use the alcohol. I just used a microfiber towel, nothing that will leave fibers. So microfiber towel, alcohol. I'm gonna use the Mod Podge squeegee. I got it in the pack with the Mod Podge roller. The roller looks like this. It comes in a pack together. This I don't really use that much. I mean, some people do it. I like this tool better. So squeegee, of course, our Cricut scraper, any kind of scraper you have. My vinyl's already cut out. My decal's already cut out. Transfer tape. So I use both Cricut transfer tape and then a paper transfer tape that I got from Amazon. It comes on a roll that pretty much looks like this. I'm down to my last bit and order some more. Okay. Mine has already been used. I reuse my transfer tape. I don't have a problem with it. I just might fight a little bit more to get it to hold my vinyl, but I gotta hold on to my coins as much as I can. So alright, so I got this file from, I want to say Handmade by Toya. Her page, her real name is Shatoya. She has a Facebook group. I think that's where I got this file. I'll have to double check. Nonetheless, I'm going to get started. So, my new trick, or not even new trick, it's just something I found on YouTube. And at first I thought, what the heck, but it really works. So, spray bottle. I just put regular water. Some people use a simple like drop of soap. Regular water has worked for me, so I don't want to use any soap. So the surface, you just spray your surface. I mean, I don't drench mine, but you know, just enough to get it going. So for the first layer, I'm going to use the paper vinyl. Okay, so I'm going to I use the outline first and then I fill her in. Okay. So I just turned it over because sometimes I find it easier to get the vinyl off. Alright. So, first one down. So, yeah, getting on my image, messing up my perfect image. Okay. So that's there. So I'm just gonna try to adjust this a little bit so I can turn this to me. I can get it right. Okay, so I'm just gonna place it. I'm trying to center it as much as I can. Smoothing out the middle first. Just the middle. And then I'll take the squeegee. And your goal is to squeegee all your water in the same direction, no matter what that direction is. See, there are no air bubbles so far. Okay. So moving on to the skin is the next one I like to do. So for this one, I like to use my clear transfer tape. Some people said that, you know, clear transfer tape traps liquid, but I noticed that if I just take the tape, put it on my leg a few times, and pull it off, I'll lose some of that stickiness because Cricut transfer tape is very strong. But I need to be able to see, and with the paper one, I can't see. So I'd rather be able to see it and keep it in the lines versus worry about water getting trapped. Okay, so now I'm going to put her face or her skin on, just lining it up as much as I can. Okay, same thing, press the middle first. Okay. After that stressful part, I like to go to the non-stressful part, which is the lips. Just to give me some breathing room from all that stress. Okay, same thing for the lips. I don't need any water because it's such a small piece. I'm just going to press in the corner. And line it up. Okay. Then I'm gonna go to her earring. And that's another thing that the water does. It allows you, if you mess up, like placement, it easily allows you to quickly pull it up depending on how long it's been down. Okay, so there we go. She got her hoop, she got her lip popping. Now she needs her hair scarf. Okay, so for the hair scarf, I am gonna apply water because this is another one. Don't want air bubbles in. Okay. And again, I'm using the clear. I'm not going to use the paper transfer tape anymore because I don't want to not be able to see what's lining up and what's not. I always look through the back side because if I don't see bubbles on the back, then we're straight. Okay, so we're on the last part, which is the Melanin Queen. And on some of these cups that I sell, I don't even put that on there. But since I'm so pressed that I discovered no air bubbles, I usually don't put on there because by the time I get to that, I done lost about 5 strands of hair. So now that I'm not losing hair anymore, I can add the wording. So I kind of try to follow how it was given to me in the picture. So it kind of overlaps your scarf a little bit. But this part doesn't really matter. It's however you put it on there. So for the letters, I'm just kind of squeegee down. Even though there's no water, I still... This style is a little bit more forgiving because it's so skinny. So if there is an air bubble, you can just flatten it right out. Which there are not. Good. Moving on. This one I'm gonna wet because I just don't want any bubbles. Now this file came with a white part that you can put to cover up that, like to fill in that blank, but I didn't necessarily like it. It just looks like it doesn't belong. So I don't want to put it, but it comes with the word and then the crown. Just getting that water out because I won't be using any more water for the rest of this layering process. I'm gonna just check that, make sure there's no bubbles. And of course there's not. And for the last final touches, I honestly could have moved the Melon Queen down just a smidge, but whatever. Now is the crown. Another part that you don't really have to include. I thought that it should be centered, but when I saw it in the picture, it was a little further over from centering it with the Melanin Queen. I guess they were trying to incorporate it more with the whole thing versus just putting it over the name. So I said, okay, I'll move it over some. So that's if you're wondering why I didn't center it between the Melanin and the Queen. I'm more pushing it over to the image too. Okay. And this is the last part. Again, this one, they also included a white part for this to fill it in, but I like it with the space outwards. Or with the space, whatever. I just like it with the space in between. Okay. And obviously this is peeling. That's what you're seeing going all over my hands. I'm just going to see if acetone can get that off because it's pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm trying not to touch it. And I discovered I like this over this because this can ruin projects. This has pulled up from my vinyl before, so I'll use it when it's necessary. But that squeegee tool is the truth, and it also gets air bubbles out better. Okay,